Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our session entitled Racialized Transnational Care Employees in Canada, an Arts-Based Inquiry. My name is Sarah, and I will be presenting on behalf of our study team, Dr. Bharati, SETHI, and myself. So here are our social locations. Needless to say, we are both racialized and have either direct or indirect experience with transnational care. And just a little bit of background, transnational care employees, or TCEs, are immigrants and Indigenous folks who reside and work in Canada in a Canadian context while also providing unpaid care to family members, loved one, and other people of significance in their lives in their country of origin. So our study objective was to use arts-based and narrative data to better understand our TCEs caregiving experiences. And this was part of a larger study that conducted 29 open-ended interviews and also invited participants to submit an art piece of any modality that symbolized their transnational caring experiences. So we also asked folks who submitted an art piece to also include a verbal or textual description of their art piece. So 17 participants submitted art, and this study focuses and analyzes those art pieces as well as the associated descriptions. So because we had textual and visual data, we used Brown and Collins' systematic visual textual analytical framework. So that allows us to analyze both forms of data in conjunction with one another, and also it treats visual and textual data as equal importance, which is critical in an arts-based approach. We also used a semiotic framework because we saw a lot of symbolism in participant work. And just briefly, semiotics divides a symbol into two parts. One of them is the signifier, so what we perceive, and one of them is the signified, or our associated meaning with that object. So what we perceive plus our associated meaning is a symbol. So here is how we combine the frameworks. I included it here, so if you're interested, you can pause and read through it a little bit more. And here are participant demographics. So just moving on to the findings, our first theme was transition to Canada, and a deal submission here I think is a great example because we have a transport vehicle, we have Pakistani and Canadian imagery, kind of pointing to that contrast and adjustment to a Canadian environment, as well as a transport vehicle. So kind of that travel, which kind of is really representative of the transnational experience or immigration experience. So the next is the duality of care, caring without hands. So I'm sure we've all seen hands as a way to symbolize care. So what showed up in some participant work is hands in relation to technology, care, and distance. So we kind of saw like discussions of closeness through digital technology and intimate knowledge with carers, care recipients, but also this feeling of far away, caring without hands, due to the geographic distance. So a great quote here is transatlantic handholds and virtual hugs. Um, so moving on, the third theme was the heart, love, care, and missing. So Carlos's picture here is a great example where, the heart is associated with his country of origin. We also saw the heart being associated with participants' loved ones and care recipients, just kind of showing the love that they have for them. And the next kind of sub-theme within this larger theme is kind of showing the heart as displaced or disconnected or strained from the care, kind of, as you can see, Carlos is in Canada, but his heart is in Colombia. So our fourth finding is individual motivational symbols. And although there was no kind of commonalities within the signifier, there was commonalities in the signified. So there was a lot of objects and objects that family members had given carers, as well as pictures of their care recipients, kind of as a form of remembering. And then we also have art pieces that kind of pointed to familial responsibility and faith as motivating care. So in our study implications, the first is methodological, given that Brown and Collins' systemic framework has yet to be used in this context with a semiotic framework. And the second is just similar to other arts-based research, our study revealed holistic insights into transnational care, which can inform social supports, medical care, and workplace supports to further, again, support workplace family integration into Canadian society. So thank you so much for joining our session, and I hope you have a great day.